Hello my fellow follow the samurai players, Zaript here, and I'm going to show you another match of Group E. This is a match between me and Aggony PrussianPrince on flute plane. Oh, sorry, it's a game. Yes, it's the first game of our match, and PrussianPrince won his first match against Green Star, and for me this is the first match of my group, and. This game, it's actually a first serious game I play against PrussianPrince. Before this, we met only one time in that training game that I already showed you on my channel. So this is Group E, this is flute plane. I'm a host and a designated attacker, so I choose flute plane just because, you know, I was a bit afraid of this match. It's the first match and I know that generally, in terms of micro, PrussianPrince is just better than me. So I took a map where my standard composition works just well. I just don't want to oversmart myself. I want to play like I usually play on ladder. So what did I took? I took two Shogitais because this middle forest allows good use for them. I took Yarikachi with two upgrades in defense and one upgrade in morale because I was expecting a possible melee rush from PrussianPrince and I wanted to have something to protect myself. I have United States Marines, I have 3 Black Tortoise Forces, I have 2 Spear Levies, and I have 4 Yariki, I believe, who is... I have 3 Yariki with 6 chevrons and 1 Shogun Guard Cavalry with 5 chevrons. And this is not typical for me. I tell you, I'm not a tournament material. Even in such important game, I messed up my composition just because I wasn't confident in what I usually use. So instead of 4 Yariki with Imperial Guard Cavalry and without Yarikachi, I decided to take this strange composition. Okay then. PrussianPrince, I will slow this down because it's a very important moment of a game. PrussianPrince have 2 Shogun Guard Cavalries, each with 6 chevrons. He have 4 Yariki, 4 Yariki with 6 and 7 chevrons. He have 2 Spear Levy with morale upgrades and 3 Shogitais with 2 upgrades in attack each. Oh, by the way, my Shogitais are the same. And this is exact composition he used against Green Star in their first game in their match. But I didn't notice it. I was too busy thinking about what should I do. He has Imperial Guard Cavalry. And at this point, it's... you know how is it with cavalry. Those who have initiative will most probably win. So I take the initiative. Let's take a look at this Yari cavalry of mine. I see this Imperial Guard Cavalry in general. They are a bit isolated from the whole army, and I have no way to contest such a strong cavalry contingent by my 3 cavalry units. But now that I see him being a bit isolated, I think about, and yes, I decide to use. You see, he only needs a couple of seconds to get here, but couple of seconds he need to get here. He thinks that this will be enough, and he didn't notice in time that I started shifting my Yariki from here, and that instead of stopping this Shogitai, I sent my Spear Levy to this cavalry fight, my line close. So suddenly I have a local superiority in this cavalry fight, which will allow me to win this fight, and I even managed to get one of my Yariki into this Shogitai, so I get better in this exchange. And let's take a look at this forest fight. You see, I have a very strong United States Marines unit here with very good shooting stats. I have Yarikachi which will live along because of its defense. I have 2 Shogitais. So, and here he was impatient and he got to my black tortoise right through my spear levies. So here it's not like I'm winning that fight. Oh man, how laggy it is, I don't know why. It's not like I'm winning it, but he will pay dearly with his cavalry, and here I actually won. He had only 2 melee cavalry in this fight, and I had spear levy and 3 cavalry units. So now his Imperial Guard cavalry and his general would die. Here, one my Yariki almost completely destroyed these Shogitais with support of these Black Tortoise forces. And now I will get this cavalry too. So, now I have completely won that flank. And I still didn't lose this flank, surprisingly. So it's all a question of can he get rid of my United States Marines and these Shogitais fast enough? And the answer is, as you can see, no. He cannot. I destroyed... I finished things on this flank earlier than he did in the middle, because here I had morale aura from my United States Marines, and Prussian Prince only had 2 Shogitais in this fight, against 2 of my Shogitais and my Yarikachi. And now I'm mopping up this fight. He tries to get to my general, but he doesn't. So, and reality of this game is composition-wise, I was probably losing it. Because, well, not exactly, but if I allowed his cavalry to get a wider flanking, if he got into my flanks, and if we fought in one big blob instead of 2 blobs, it would have been much more difficult for me, I believe, because he would send his cavalry into my line units, my line units would stop shooting, I would send my cavalry in, they will fight each other, and he will be able to use his melee blob in together, I mean. But here he decided to split his forces. I got 1 Shogitai on a side, I got quite an even melee fight in the middle. I got his cavalry tangled up in a fight with spears, even so he won it. He paid too much for that. And on the other side, in that small cavalry fight near his general on my left flank, I got more obvious superiority, so I won that fight much earlier than him. And these small things decided the game, I believe. And you see, this is a very unusual thing to see in a game against Rush, but Prussian Prince really plays cavalry rush, I would say. It's not your typical mid-shield rush. And as you can see, best units in my army in terms of kills are my melee contingent, 2 Shogitais and my Yarikachi. So they did exactly what I intended them to. They defended against melee rush. This is why I bring them on this map. And even if my opponent will not rush me, I can use them to rush him. So they're useful either way. My cavalry did okay. My United States Marines, they probably didn't kill that much as I would want them to, but man, they would have if this fight was a little bit more longer. My general killed some, and let's take a look at Prussian Prince army. So as you can see, yeah, this is some sick kills on his cavalry. Well, which is what you would want from cavalry heavy melee rush composition. 2 of his Shogitais and 3 of his cavalry units did really well. It's just, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough at all. And I kind of surprised. I mean, let's take a look. What did these Shogitais kill? If they didn't kill my Shogitais, I don't understand. 200 kill, 200 loss, and here he have well, around 200 kills. So yeah, he killed 2 units of my Shogitais while I killed his Shogitais. It seems that his kills were more spread out between my different units of mine, which is why I won that melee fight. And he didn't manage to put Imperial Guard Cavalry to a good use, which is very good for me, as you will see later. Okay then, this is the first game, and I managed to win first game of my match against PrussianPrince. And let's take a look at the second game now.